Right, hi team. Just checking. Oh, there we are. You beauty. Oh, yeah, not bad. Right, good morning team. Good morning. How about those Olympics, eh? Wow, she's been fun. Pretty awesome. Got to say, the old late nights are catching up on me, and early mornings, and just time zones not really computing with the New Zealand with the Southern Hemisphere, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. I'll get some sleep later. You know, that's just how it rolls. Right, today, boom, workout. We're going to just go back to doing 3-10 minutes. Okay. I thought we'll just do some couple of fun things. We'll get a pyramid in there. We'll do a little bit of a countdown, raising the rate, and then we're going to do a count up at the finish. Okay, so we're going to build that last one, and we're going to build the speed. Okay, so good focus on the form, the way that we're doing it, the application. Okay, the thought process. Obviously, we've got things to look at and things to work on, which are what we want to do. Okay, especially with this, with the first set. Okay, pyramid. Remember, when we come down the other side of the pyramid, you know, once we've got that 24, and when we come down to that 20, remember that what we're trying to do is just find patience. Okay, we're not trying to just let everything slow down. As I say, we want a reasonably linear decline in speed. Okay, so we don't just all of a sudden take things off. If we just want every stroke that flywheel is just going to lose a little bit more speed because of how we're coming down off the other side. Okay, a little bit more every time. So every stroke we lose a few revolutions, and then we're holding. We hold that, right, and now we're on a new base speed, and then we come down again. Beautiful. Okay. On the second one, pretty self-explanatory, 4 minutes at 20, 22, 24, 26. So it's just a good climb, okay? We get good speed, good rhythms at those low rates, and then we wind it to the finish, okay? And then the last one, we're just gonna do that, be really practical about what we're thinking, okay? It's a 1 minute change. So what we wanna do when we get down to this last one is we're not super focused. Probably not the right. No, it is a little bit. The rating. We want to think about what we're doing, right? We want to think about the movements that we're creating and how just that extra little bit of movement, in general, creates that rating. Okay, and because I see it, I'm sure you see it. Your rating fluctuates a bit, right? Because it's really difficult to get the perfect rating. Okay, so use it as a gauge. Use it as a gauge. Okay. So we get into that speed, we get into that rhythm, we keep moving, okay? And as this speed gets up, we just add that little bit more movement speed, okay? Naturally, you're gonna work a little bit harder, okay? But as I say, the one thing we've got to remember when we do something like this is that we don't just get to the next step and we just work harder, right? We add a little bit more pressure and using that movement to keep it going, okay? So that's the main gist of what we're trying to do today. I have got some Croatians in here, bloody awesome, yep. I love that race, that pairs race was a stunner. Plus, I've got to be careful what I say because this stays here and forever, but I'm always a fan of beating the British. But I just didn't like how the British had some really dirty strokes in the last part. You know, I know that under pressure, you know, things can get a bit wild. But they caught some real dirty water with like 3 strokes to go, wiped the speed off, you know, and Croatia was just on fire, came through, you know. But very well done to them. You know, it was bloody awesome. Scott, first time, loving the sensei, beautiful. Thanks, Scott. Yep. Jump in here, we'll teach you a few tips, you just listen along and as we go, okay? So, let's just be, when we get into this workout, remember, just really good focus on how we're doing it, okay? continuous motion, keeping things moving, really supple with the bodies, okay? Because as I always try to explain that this, you know, it's probably good that the Olympics are on, because you look at all the good people when they're doing any sport, right? And everything just looks fluid. Doesn't look chunky, you know, it doesn't look boxy, you know, like everything, the movements are all this. When people are running, you know, you can just see the smoothness and what they're doing. It's not really stiff or tight. Or when they're throwing or kayaking, you know, like you just see this rhythm about what they're trying to do. And the more that we do the rhythm for our body shape and our style and our age, everything else, if we can make it continuous and we can get this going, what we start to understand is it's us working with this machine to keep that flywheel moving. Because at the end of the day, the output that you're getting and the result that's looking on screen is from what you're doing, right? But it's your relationship with this machine that is giving you the speed. So if we get a nice relationship and we let the machine do the work and that can flow on, and then we just attach ourselves to it and we keep moving with that machine, okay, we can get a consistent rhythm and a reasonably good speed, okay? And that's what we've got to keep thinking about when we're focused on it, is it's about how we work with the machine, okay? And every time I say it, right, keep the flywheel moving, be smooth, be relaxed, you know, use the body, use the elasticity of our stroke. If we get all of that working together, we can actually do something really well, okay? Right, chit-chat time over, chit-chat time over. Okay, let's just get nice, loose and limber in this first part, okay? So just 3 or 4 minutes here, as I say, we're still in winter here, so I get out here a little bit earlier just to make sure that we're in a nice warm environment. But remember, anytime you're jumping on the machine, okay, don't just jump on, get straight into it. Just a little bit of looseness, relaxation to get the body into a nice position. Okay? If you just jump on this cold, okay, just feel the body's elasticity. Right, and you might find you'll be like, oh, mate, I'm pretty tight. So just let that compression naturally happen, don't overexert. And then, as we get the blood running around the body, we can just feel a little bit more extension every stroke. But even now, okay, really looking for this smooth, continuous motion, really trying to avoid as much as we can too much jerkiness. Okay? Understand that we want to follow the process and the sequence, but we do that by being nice and elastic, feeling the momentums of the body, the rhythm, the smooth application. Just roll with the machine, okay? So it's easy when we start out, okay, especially in this warm up, because we're obviously preparing to start the piece. Even now, just remember, leave these arms out long, okay? The arms are only our connector. They don't do shit, okay? They hold, they hang, they give us feedback, okay? How we hold our arms, how we hang, how we carry the chain, okay? The speed that the handle is traveling in both directions and the smoothness of it is a real big giveaway as to how we're doing things, okay? If we see the chain doing a bit too much of this, you know, on the recovery, means we're not probably quite getting in sequence and letting the handle do that work coming forward. Okay, vice versa. If we feel the handle come and then go again, potentially not the right sequence of the drive. We can keep it flat. Okay, small movements, not having the chain flapping around. Okay, that's our feedback. Feedback on the rhythm, on the flatness of the stroke. Okay, a couple more. Just feel a little bit of push here. Nice pressure, nice movement, even rhythm. Okay. That'll do. Okay. Crikey, let me warm up. Might have to put a heater in here soon. It'll be fine. We'll start sweating in no time. Okay, so really nice rhythm. We'll work through all the different parts of the stroke, talking about it, but just remember the overriding theme, okay? What are we trying to achieve today? Think about it from your point of view. What are you working on? What are you struggling with? Let's try and get a benefit, right? We've got to look at a workout every day and say, what am I trying to do? Okay, I need to work on this part of the stroke. Cool. Okay, we can sort of, I'm not going to say forget about another part of the stroke, but we can put more focus on something else. Okay, so whatever that is with you, make sure we look at it. Okay, consistency, smooth rhythm. One of the things we don't want to, I know we're working on things, but you don't want to have a whole lot of really good power and then it drops off and then it goes back again and then it drops off, right? Try and keep it like this. Okay, so if you are working on things and you're thinking about certain parts of the stroke, if the speed dies off a little bit, make it 3, 4 splits, okay? Don't go bang, 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 okay? We'll try and keep it as smooth as we can, okay? Right, perfect, let's go. So, let's set up the workout so that we're all on the same page. Select workout, new workout, intervals time, okay? Take the back button, go up to the set 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes, and set that rest time to 1:30, okay? I just thought we'd give ourselves just a little bit of extra time, okay? Leave the 1:30 flashing for a second. Normal standard operating procedure, okay? I'll tell you what, you can tell it's cold. I'm sure you guys have done it too, is when you monitor, it takes ages to go from screen to screen. It's only about 2 degrees outside, but that's fine. Right, press the checkbox. Here we go. Nice and relaxed as we start looking for this pyramid, okay? Right, here we go. Okay, 2 minutes at 20, 2:22, 24, 22, 20. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Row. Okay, remember this elasticity of the body as we start off. Just let that body roll into the catch position. Don't have to force to try and get the length, just let it roll up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're finding this rhythm. Try and make this motion feel continuous. Smooth. Patient, okay? Remember, we want to mold this setup into the recovery. Okay, so the process off the back, the arms starting to feel the tension of the chain. We have soft, supple knees. Hope you don't have to be really trying to get too much pivot early, okay? Because we start to get into a little bit of a jerky motion, okay? Yes. Body starts pivoting forward. The hands moving over the knees. But it's smooth. Don't make the movements feel jerky, okay? So, up 2 now. But just remember, move the hands. We travel forward a little bit quicker. We add a little bit more speed to the leg drop. Okay? Holding. That hand, okay, under the armpits, down in the lats. Okay, this is good. Okay, it's a nice rhythm. Remember, let that body open out through the drive smoothly, okay? Overlap those pressure points, okay? The legs, you hold the core. Legs start the generation, the body comes in with it, and the combined force of that leg and body allows through the middle, okay, up 2 now. So just remember, move quicker, move the handles. The recovery. Don't think about working harder. Naturally there's more pressure. But what we've done, increase the speed of that flywheel, maintain the speed, okay? And nice rhythm. Now keep this movement. Now that we've got this 24 in a nice place. Every stroke, I make it exactly the same. Handle speed in to finish, and draw it. Handle speed out. Okay? Changing direction. And remember around the front, you don't have to catch. Remember, it's a momentary piece of patience and take-up. Okay, so if we're prepared to go down, remember, just hold our pressure. Now, just take a little bit more patience. Move forward. Okay, don't purposely stop it or hold it back at any point. Okay? And just feel the smoothness of our stroke over that period. The speed will naturally decrease at a linear scale. Okay? Feel that set up again. Off the back. Hand moving out. Feeling the recoil of the chain. Helping. Holding the pace. Nice. Okay. Remember. 3. Think about your face. Facial muscles. Okay. Getting tension up here in the shoulders. Maybe we're taking the catch a little bit too strong. Try and relocate it under the armpits like a hand. Okay, down 2, more patience. Okay. Let's feel the rhythm forward, 1 speed. Feel what's happening to your feet in the shoes. Okay, we feel a small amount of pull with our toes around the finish while we hold our core to help us bring that momentum of the body forward. Okay? Then we feel there's a point where we probably wriggle our toes, and then as our body naturally compresses, into the front, you can feel that weight coming onto the feet, while the body is the thing that stops us. Okay? Remember, don't think about stopping at a certain point. Let the body dictate where that actually is. Okay? That's our compression, that's our elasticity. Roll. Okay? Breathe. Let's the face. Okay, good. Groove there. Okay, nice. So, good starting pace. Okay, just move along here. Active recovery. Breathing. Okay. So as we go up in this section, just remember that when we should be able to feel it now, okay, in the recovery. If you just let your arms go loose, you know, just really exaggerate the feeling on your fingers. The chain's trying to get us forward. Okay? Use it. Don't have to like hold, you know, too much tension on the hands and try and direct our handle back to the finish. Okay, you just literally, if you were, don't do it, to let it go, you leave that to me, it's going. So we just move with it, okay? So as we get up into speed, this recovery happens. Okay, even now, we just roll up, body can't go any further. It's really difficult to hold it there, so let that compression happen next. Okay, here we go. So we've got 4 minutes here at 20, just to really work on this rhythm. Okay? Now there's a definite ratio here where we have drive speed and recovery speed. Okay? It's not quite a 2-to-1 ratio. But there's a definite longer period coming forward. Okay? So in that recovery period, make sure we've got enough stability to hold our posture. Okay? Enough stability in the arms and hands to hold this chain nice and flat on that singular plane if we can. Okay? We've got time at 20 rating to feel this take up period out of the catch here by using this body's natural compression. Hold. There. Okay. Try and feel the smooth sequenced ride by leaving the arms long. We can feel that pressure building through the throat. Okay? You guys can hear it, right? You can hear the point where the flywheel reaches its peak volume, right? With the flywheel. That's when our legs and body working maximally together. Lovely rhythm. Remember, we want to make this continuous. Even think about it now. Make sure you're able to take a breath in while you're on the drive. If you can't do that, we're probably too much tension. But if we can keep our body loose, use the hand tension, the pressure on the legs, body, we shouldn't have this like tension on the drive, okay? Right, free it up. Now, just remember, moving. A little bit quicker on the recovery. Think about the drive speed. There it is. Okay. Nice. Okay, so back into the thought process around hand tension, nice long arms, let the hands come to us with the body. Remember that we're holding pressure. We're never trying to add anything into the finish. Okay? Hold. One smooth drive through the stroke. Okay? Get into this relationship with your machine where we swing along. We press both feet, be nice and symmetrical. Lovely. Okay, so remember the setup. Don't lock the knees down. Have them straight. But as we start moving over, they're naturally just going to break. Okay? Set up. Try and feel like it's one feed as we come forward. And what gets us to the catch position is our ability during this time to bring the body forward. Nice pivot at the hips. And the body, its compression, holding us at the front. Okay? Up to 24. Now, so remember, move the hands, travel a little bit quicker, and supplement it with the drive speed. Okay? So we focus working quicker, not trying harder. Okay? Let the try hard naturally happen. Okay? Good. Now, think about the flywheel. Don't try and make it go any faster. Maintain the smoothness. Okay? This is a relationship. Tap. Don't be in a hurry out of the front. Compress. Sequence the drive. Hang. Okay, focus. Okay, lovely, long arms. Okay, so when we go up the next one, think about speed. Speed of movement, speed of drive. Okay, build it now. Here we go, fairly quicker. Think about acceleration of the legs while we hang. Okay, long arms with me. Breathe. Relax your face. Think about your composure. Okay, we're just tapping it along. Okay? Lovely. Okay. Keep rolling here. Good. Nice deep breaths. Don't worry too much about the form. We just put a little bit of pressure on the legs. We hold the bodies. And breathe. We get that oxygenated blood back around the body. Okay? So, good piece. Okay, you can see where you finished. Probably remember where you started in terms of speed. Remember that this one here, every minute, all we're trying to do is gain a few more revolutions on the speed of the machine. Okay, and that comes from handle speed movement, okay, around here, the time that it takes us to travel forward, okay, nice cruisy speed. Remember, one speed. Let the body stop us at the front. Okay? Now, moving down when we start here, just remember what I was saying, you know, like that. The body gets us to this catch position. It stops us in a position that we can't go any further. Don't think that we have to try and have all these tense muscles and be in this position. We want to have stable muscles, okay, and good posture with elasticity. Okay, we have to have elasticity. Why? Because we're continuously moving. Even though we're going back and forward, try to think about this motion as being really supple and elastic. Okay, 21. Now, so just think about the handle speed. If your rating's a little bit higher or lower, don't worry. Okay, this is a step all the way. Try and find your rhythm while focusing on all of these parts of the stroke. Continuous motion. Okay? Lovely. Upright to 22 now. Feel just a little bit more speed on the leg drive, speed of the handle, around, back turn, okay? Have a look. What does the level of your chain look like? Okay? Does it look like it drops and then comes up? And can we try and minimise that movement? Okay, minimise. Okay, and we'll move up one. Remember the hand, here we go. arms. As we press. There it is, okay? Remember that the speed our handle comes with the body is the speed that we try and make it return, okay? Speed in, speed out. I love it. Okay, so breathe with me. 24 now. But remember to stay loose. Focus this breathing again. Okay? So we actually breathe while we're taking the drive. That means we'll relax. Okay? Remember, we're just holding that speed into the body. Alright. 25. Now, okay, so it's important now to breathe, be loose with the movements, and get our composure. Okay, elastic. Just got to sit up. Breathe with me. Relax the cups. Very good. Okay, 26. Now, resist temptation. Try and work too hard. Okay? I know we have to gain more speed, get the rating, try and be smooth. Relax. Okay, for the last 3 minutes, you take your own rating if it gets a bit hard, or if you're thinking that you just started to fall on it, okay? Otherwise 27, elastic, okay? Keep that relief being natural, don't overreach. Okay, so breath. Now, what are we trying to do? Maintain speed of the flywheel. Okay, good. With the hands. Okay, let that hand come from the body. 28. Now, we're doing. Flywheel. Keep it moving. Tap on top of it. Okay. Brush the body. Don't need to be ripping it in. Tap it up. Now. 29. Okay. Brush the body. Both feet. Push. Okay, we've got 20 strokes. Hand. Relax the face. Flywheel. Now, 10 strokes. Move free. Hand. Right, you rip it. Okay, keep moving. No stopping. Golden rule. Anything you do with me, we don't stop. Okay? We just breathe. We roll this out. This is all about trying to remove that lactic acid, lactate, hydrogen ions, anything anaerobic, just replace it with oxygenated blood. Okay? Okay, that's really good. Okay? Good little build to the line. With that piece. Okay, in your own time, just press that menu button a couple of times. It's going to save all of that to your memory, to your ERG data. And now we can just start to relax into our movement, okay? So just remember, like, take a little bit of time to forget about what we just did, to have a moment. We all have a moment. I have a moment. Okay, once we start feeling a little bit better, okay? Now, I feel a lot better than I did, what, 2.5 minutes ago, or whatever, right? But we still just want to move just for a little bit longer to help this recovery process. And we can just move along, especially in this warm down, because we're not focused on splits or rating. This is a lot of times the chance to think about the feeling of the stroke, okay? Because we can hold our bodies in a position that is not 100%, okay? But we can feel things, okay? We can feel the hang of the arms, okay? Especially with low pressure, you can feel that take-up period, right? From here to there, where it takes time for the chain and the gear to catch up with the speed of the flywheel. Okay? And then we can just use, once we're feeling a little bit better. We can use body weight, okay? So all we're doing now is we've got enough pressure to try and make the stroke feel consistent through that drive, okay? With very minimal pressure. Okay, I'm on 2-minute 50 splits. And all I'm doing is I'm hanging, I'm loose, I'm rolling with one speed, I'm feeling where my body gets to with the compression, okay? And then I can just feel the feet with the pressure as they hold, the muscles of the legs start to drive me, and that smooth connection into the body to be able to drive that body backwards. Okay? And I'll finish here in this last 30 seconds by just really trying to feel that the pressure's under here. Okay? It's not here like this. Okay? Up in the traps, we want it to be hung as parallel and as low to that core and body that we can. Okay? A few more. Beautiful. Okay, really good. Really good. Okay, so really good workout in terms of the rhythm, okay, and the understanding, hence why changing up, doing interval work, doing a few rate changes, not going to too extremes. It's a really great way of thinking about what we're doing. Okay, time and a place to be consistent and have a steady thing for a whole period of time, right? But then you guys can do that by yourselves, right? It's generally why we don't tend to do a lot of just continuous stuff here. We do a few every now and again, okay? But this is all about learning, understanding, taking tools, putting them in your tool bag, so that when you're doing things, you can think about it, be like, oh, that's right, I remember what Eric was saying about this, coming onto the feet and the hang, and, like thinking about it and then changing to something else, because everything is integrated, right? Everything interlocks with one another. We don't get the setup off the back right, probably not going to get the front right, okay? We use too much body at the front, we're not going to have a momentum to really create that speed, right? So everything has that relationship at the same time. But remember what I was saying through a lot of these pieces. What are we trying to achieve? Okay, we're trying to keep and maintain the speed of that flywheel. Okay, whatever we've got, maintain it. Okay, moving continuously. Okay, not stopping and then racing forward or getting to the front super quick and then trying to really get hold of it. Okay, it's really working and understanding while you're doing it. Understanding the feeling of the machine, okay? Feeling that you can't just get onto it right at the catch. You have to feel that take up, and then it's created through the stroke, right? That's why you have a force curve, okay? Because there's forces from the time that you create it to the time that it's finished, okay? So how does the force curve look? Is it quite high at the front, drops off at the back? Is it quite slow at the front, high towards the back? Is it as jagged as hell? Which means there's a little bit of discrepancy in terms of like the power coming on at different stages, or is it nice and smooth? Okay, and everybody is different. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to feel that for ourselves, okay? Feel it for you, what your strengths are, okay? Working on your strengths, but also working on the weaknesses, okay? Because we need to be able to try and make our strengths really good, but we don't want our weaknesses really holding us back. Okay, we want to try and find a really nice equilibrium of that whole piece, okay? No, Robro, my feet are cold, okay, my toes are a bit cold, but I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it just out of the corner of my eye, the steam coming off it, okay? I realised at 20 rate being too quick on the recovery, and that's what we're making my stroke Yankee. Okay, yeah, the thing is you could just, when you're coming forward, it's all about patience, right? And on that recovery forward, we want to think about, you know, are my feet relaxed? You know, is my body coming over? You know, and one of the easiest things, as I say, is the fact that if you can feel, instead of like holding onto the handle too much, is feeling that resistance of it drawing you back, okay? And it draws us back to this position, right? This is our catch position here, because that's all our body can compress. So it's just about trying to feel that rhythm forward. So sometimes, you know, I probably didn't say it today, but that whole piano fingers, right? Feel the pressure there, like drawing your hands forward, okay? And move from there. Rich, awesome workout. Should definitely make Real Life 4 on the Sensei program. Good technical workout, maintain speed rate. Perfect. Scott, enjoyed the workout instructions. Perfect. Thanks, Eric. Glad to see everyone on the chat. Awesome, Doug. Alan, I'm curious. I saw a Tom Murray in the boat. No, not a relative. No, Tom has been in the program, crikey, not as long as I have, but he was in the under 23s that won a couple of medals, 13, 14, and he was in the 8 through that period, was in a pair for a stage. Yeah, now he's got gold medal, silver medal. So, yeah, fantastic for the team. Patience and discipline. Yes, you're right. Thanks for today. Clearwater. Tap it along on the last one. Yeah, and that's, you know, when we do, you know, when we do workouts to create speed, that we've still just, you know, we keep that focus on the machine, right? And it is. It's the more that we understand, and I don't know if you call it a holistic view on things and whatever, but it's about efficiencies and about the movement, right? And if we create the speed of the flywheel, right, we speed it up, and then we just hold it, right? And when you look at the overriding thing of it, is that the only time that you should be under any sort of pressure in terms of like physical movement and pressure is from sort of like here, like, so through that push through here. Once we're here, if you have that force curve going, it's dropping off, right? So all we're doing there is we're holding it. Okay, so we've used that body off the legs and our arms, and we're holding that, right? And then it's all about this, and then we do it again, right? And if we do this nicely, we get a good rhythm here, and we can come in and use the compression of our body, right? It's like a spring, right? We come in and we use that body's natural compression to come out, okay? And that's the thing, you do it here now, right? If you just roll forward, don't try and hold yourself, right? You come here and then let yourself go, right? You can't, you're using, see, for me to stay in this position, I'm feeling tension in my hips, I'm feeling tension in my knees, I'm trying to squeeze my glutes to hold myself here, okay? But if I just roll in and then just let my body come back out again, well, that's all you're gonna do, okay? We don't have to try and hold ourselves, or, you know, the classic, and it used to fuck me off all the time, is they'd like be really quick off the back, you know, make sure you get out of the back because this is what you're trying to do in the boat, and then get into there and slow down into the front and feel yourself loading, and you're just fucking tensing all this muscle group to get up here, and then of course, and then the only thing that you can feel from there is like, okay, I'm tense, I better make it tense on the way out. Okay, and that's what really frustrates me in terms of a lot of that. Okay, Alex, generally I aim to increase 1 pip on speed per 500 for every pip. Yeah, it doesn't, it's a hard one because obviously lower the rate, the speed changes generally a little bit quicker, right? But once you start getting up like here, the speed change isn't as much, right? Because it's an exponential scale effectively once you start getting towards the end, right? You know, like at 40 rating, you're probably not going to be, well, depending on the time, not doing a hell of a lot more speed than you were at, say, 36. But of course, when you're at 20, if you went to 20 from 22, it could be up to 2, 3, 4, for all I know, right? Whatever. But yes, what we're looking for is a nice, consistent speed for you, okay? So whatever that change is for you, great, okay? And we want to make sure that the change is done and that extra speed is done by like movement speed, right? Moving the hands a bit quicker. And that's once you're exactly right there, Alex, because the whole thing is, we don't, when we increase that rating and we try to get more speed, if you know, everybody's listening and I'm saying, just move a little bit quicker, okay? I'm never once saying, right, let's put some power in these fucking legs, you know. I'm not after that, right? You're going to do that naturally. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to explain it. I'm trying to see if you can understand how to do it efficiently, right? Now, yes, if you wanted to do a sprint, you're going to have to use a bit more leg power to get that sprint, okay? But if you can move and you can get that flywheel going, once that flywheel's at speed, right? And if anybody watched the rowing at the Olympics, right? Everybody gets their boat to speed and then everybody is slowing down, okay? It's the crew that slows down the least that generally wins, okay? And that's the same on this. Once we get it up to speed, now it's all about how we can maintain it, how we hold the pace, how efficiently we can be, okay? We rush forward, we don't quite get the catch, we lose a couple of revolutions of speed on the flywheel. So then on the next one, it's like, oh, okay, how do I build that back? Do I want to get it back over one stroke? Or am I happy to do it over 2 or 3 strokes by making sure I'm moving better? I'm not having that stop at a certain point. Okay, and that's it. We just got to get it to speed efficiently as possible, then use our physicality and our fitness to be able to maintain and hold it. Okay? Right, perfect. Thanks, team. I'm out. I'm got plenty of work to do today. Keep up the good work. Okay? Keep working on all the little bits of relaxation and smoothness that you possibly can. Okay? Your relationship with your machine. Okay? With your body shape, height, size, sex, weight, age, you name it, right? It's all part of the equation. But if you can keep it moving and you can keep relaxed, okay? And remember, try it with yourselves while you're doing it. If you can't take a breath in while you're taking the stroke at low rating, okay, we've probably got too much tension trying to create the speed, right? Rather than being able to go, right? Because we don't have to have tension up here, right? We shouldn't have tension in the diaphragm. We have stability in the core, but we don't want to have super stable, so it finds it really difficult to breathe, okay? We want to be able to use the motion of our body to create that speed with the stability and the hang and the elasticity of the body, okay? Suppleness, relaxation. Watch it in this last parts of the Olympics, right? Watch the runners that are out in front, right? At Femke Bol, the Dutch 400 meter runner. Look how smooth she does it. You just like, it just looks so effortless. And when you see other people and their heads start coming up and their shoulders start coming up because they're getting tense. Okay, that's the difference between really understanding the movement that we're trying to do, okay, and the tension that we bring in it because we're just thinking that we've got it, we're tying up. Right, yeah, and we get that at some stages because we're fucked, right? We've done too much. But the idea is to see how long we can hold it as relaxed as possible before we lose that composure. Okay? That's the key. Right, done. See you next time. Thanks, bro. Such an important bread and butter workout. Thank you, coach. Awesome. Thanks, Pims. Right, thanks, team. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good week next week. And we'll see you guys back here next week. Okay? Perfect. Peace out.